Me.
You don't.
We agree.
Don't.
Okay.
You
So
don't.
do you realize that you could take all the white people in this country, and if you're going to add up everyone where you could actually trace the lineage to slave owners or had any involvement, you would end up with maybe 2 or 3%? 2 or 3% of white people in this country.
There go them numbers.
You
there
can
go
guess
them
their
numbers.
entire
You
salary.
throw out,
It
there
wouldn't
go
give you
them numbers.
reparations.
There go them
Most of us have
fairly
nothing.
ask this
Somebody did it.
Can I fairly-
Somebody did.
Yeah,
and
Africans sold them into slavery.
Somebody owed.
It's still going on right now.
Somebody owed.
There are more slaves on earth right now than ever. Did you know that?
Hey, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. We're not gonna really get to the heart of it. Let me ask you this. Are you aware of what's going on with McDonald's right now?
McDonald's, the company?
Yeah, McDonald's, the company.
I'm aware they can't get my fillet of fish right anytime I go.
Let me tell you what's really happening. I got a friend of mine who currently has 5 McDonald's locations, right? So there are many times he says, Cedric, sometimes I've got to get up at nighttime to go and check, even if the chiller goes out, right? So I said, man, why is that so? What's really happening? He said, Cedric, what happens is there are most black franchisees, right, that own these McDonald's. He said, we have to get them in the most low-performing areas, right? Never mind the fact that we make the same investment up front to purchase one of those McDonald's, right? So when you talk about that, let's look at the systemic and institutional biases that are involved just in that. You tell me I got to pay you $1 million to get a McDonald's, right? Same thing as my white counterpart. But yet, I'm relegated to take a McDonald's in an area that's probably highly impoverished. I've got to keep coming up with all kind of gimmicks to keep the foot traffic coming through the stores. Where nobody talks about that.
Well, what about the flip side of it?
What happens on the flip side?
What about the flip side of it? What about the fact that you have the government that has grants that they invest in black-owned businesses that don't happen for white people?
Let me ask you this, Steve. It's funny you.
Does that even it out?
But no. But here's
because that exists.
Here's something you keep saying. You say that these grants exist for black people, but let me ask you.
Okay, but my point is both sides of that coin, right?
Yeah,
That exists for a reason.
We'll go there.
Why? What's the reason?
The reason is based on what he's saying. That's why it's an appropriate.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying if you use his example of the McDonald's,
okay,
what would be the reason for relegating the black owners to the low
well, first
income neighborhoods?
I don't know. I'm not able to verify that all that's factual. I know. Were you told you could only open here in nice?
Huh?
Were you told you could only open here in a nice?
Well, this is Steve's shop, but no.
Okay. But my point is,
but see, you have to understand something. Before you answer that question, you have to understand something. There's a difference in McDonald's and what have you.
Yeah,
because the way that structure, the way that hierarchical structure runs, they will designate you certain areas of what have you that you will be awarded a location in. You just don't have the right to say, okay, I'm paying $1 million.
That's the same for everyone. That's the same for everyone. I know a guy. Well, he just died not too long ago. He had a bunch of which I don't know how they're still around. It's disgusting. But
neither do I.
That's awful. I have never had a good meal at but he had to be in certain too because they had to displace his franchise investment, right? That's part of it, where he was like, this one place is killing me, but as long as I get this spot, when I average out the 4 spots, okay, I can turn a profit. So this isn't unique to the black community. What is unique